The island of Sodor is filled with many road vehicles all over the network. Many engines know them, but Thomas and Percy know a lot of them very well. Jack in the pack. Many road vehicles are at a small area construction site, and they work there with a tireless effort. And with that said, they are owned by a young woman with her dog named Miss Jenny. Anyway, Thomas and Percy arrived with the delivery of stone, and they saw that they were having trouble. They were trying to dig out an area, but it was getting very difficult. What's wrong, Jack? We've been trying to drill all day, and even though Oliver can do it with his dumper thing, we aren't able to do it quick enough, and there's been a 5-hour delay, which is not good for our reputation. Head office is thinking of taking us away and closing our business. Closing your business? Said Thomas. Oh, this is bad. This is very bad. Thomas thought and thought. Finally, he got an idea, but he didn't know if it would work. He couldn't think of any ideas, but he came up with an idea. One cold afternoon, he arrived at the Skarloey Railway, where he saw Rusty pulling a train of flatbeds. Rusty was working, and he was just growling as he passed a red vehicle with drills. Is something wrong, Rusty? That thing, said Rusty. That Thumper thing. I just don't know why he's still here after all the trouble he caused with me in the boulder. Rusty would forgive Thumper, but that's the story for another day. Thomas looked at Thumper. Thumper was drilling stone, and I'm glad if he gets taken off this area. Workmen say that there's not much rock that needs to be mined anymore for a while, so maybe they'll just take him out of service. That's it, said Thomas. He rushed back to Jack, and he was ready to tell Jack in the pack the next day, but as he was taking a train of stone, suddenly something happened. He was rushing down the line when all of a sudden there was something on the track. Is that logs? Suddenly Thomas smashed right into the logs. He noticed that there was a logging area, and he noticed that the flatbeds had spilled. Oh, fenders and flatbeds. Oh, what am I gonna do now? Said Thomas. But he didn't have any idea what he was gonna do. He was repaired in a few weeks, and Thumper was in big trouble. He was sitting in the shed, and meanwhile, men were coming to take him to a small museum in southern Wales for the while. Oh, I'm gonna miss all of you. Goodbye, Thumper, said Sir Handel. We'll miss you, Thumper, said Skarloey. Candy canes and sugar plums, said Rusty. I don't care about you. Rusty, that's a little rude, don't you think? Well, yes, but he's caused so much trouble. Don't you remember, Skarloey? Well, yes, but suddenly a truck began to come, but Thumper couldn't be put on for the next half an hour. Thomas was fixed up as he rushed to the area. He suddenly saw the truck was leaving with Thumper. Thumper, he said. He rushed down the line as fast as he could. He ran and ran and ran. Easy, Thomas, you're gonna burst a valve. We need to catch that truck before it reaches the highway. Otherwise, it'll go off the railway on to the mainland. Thomas speeded faster and faster until he finally caught up. He blew his whistle and the truck stopped. Can I help you? Said a man. Yes, listen, I would like to have that driller, please. I know where he can be useful. Oh, yes, where? Jack's team. He is very big and they need a driller, so I think it would work. All right, but I need to make an arrangement with Sir Top Hat, and he'll need to make an arrangement with Miss Jenny and Mr. Percival. Okay? Yes, sir. In the order of time that was taken, Thumper was reset on the truck and taken to Jack's pack. With that, they saw Thomas coming. Everyone, I have a surprise for you. He pulled his flatbed forward, and there, sitting on it, was Thumper. Thumper, said Kelly. Kelly, said Thumper. You two know each other? Yes, I used to work with him on my old area. I was an area that was used to take raw material and other sources to a small area where Thumper would always drill in the mines. I would bring other sorts of tools and things, but he would always be drilling. We were very good friends until we were separated. Thumper was sent to a small mining area in South Carolina. But then when I never knew he came back. It's so good to see you, Thumper. You too, Kelly. You too. With that, two friends had been gracefully reunited, and now Jack and the pack had a new team. After all the years, it had finally happened. Thumper was with old friends and new friends. He would have a happy life in the future, but many things would be eventful. But those are stories for another day.